or the economic value of a road, or the economic value of a new railway line, I'm asking you, young people, what is the economic value of peace? How do you quantify peace? Because we have seen with the crisis in the Middle East and in Europe, even the most beautiful airports have become ghost buildings. Even the most elaborate infrastructure cannot be utilized just because one critical ingredient is missing: peace. So what is the economic value of peace? Here at home, perhaps I may be wrong, but in recent times I would say that one of our most devastating moments, one of our darkest moments, was the post-election violence that ensued after 2007-8 elections. We lost 1,400 young people to violence. Violence from Goonism, violence from bullets, both ways. Politically instigated violence. I had the opportunity with others, both in opposition and in government, including President William Ruto. We spent 42 days at Serena under the chairmanship of the late Kofi Annan, the late Benjamin Mkapa of Tanzania, and Her Excellency Gracia Machel, the wife of Nelson Mandela, brokering peace in this country. And from there emerged the 2010 Constitution. From that conversation, a constitution that is today dubbed as perhaps the most progressive constitution within the region in recent times. Let us reform, let us change, let us build our nations, let us bring peace, but let us avoid bloodshed. The church that I address today, you have a big footprint in the region. Open the back channels. It's a very powerful tool in diplomacy. Open the back channels. Talk to the warring and conflicting parties. Get them to sit under one roof, on the same table, and stop the violence.